Alright, we're here with Domri, Chaos Bringer. I chose this one instead of the 3 mana one. Someone requested that, and I like this ultimate. We'll see if we ever pull it off, but that's pretty nice. And the -3 actually occurs value, whereas like the 3 mana Domri Red doesn't necessarily do any of that. They're actually quite different. So we're trying the 4 mana one. I think this is one of the first decks I'm running Lightning Bolt too. A lot of creatures. In fact, probably more creatures than any other deck I've ever made. It was 45 creatures in it, which is crazy. It means I don't feel as bad playing cards like Guardian Project and Shaper's Sanctuary. Veil of Summer, I mean, it's insane when it's good. Some matchups it's a dead draw, but probably on average good enough to continuously run. We have Chandra, pretty good against Brawl decks. Might be a little too slow to actually close it out against Brawl. They tend to kill you faster than this can kill them, but we'll see. It's not bad in other formats too. It's matchups, excuse me. It's nice. We got a lot of 2-drops, a lot of 3-drops, kind of mid-rangey, not super aggressive. I had Torbrand in here that doubles the damage of your like red sources, but there's a fair amount of green ones as well. And he's triple red, which more green than red in here. Any other thing? Any other thing? I'm running some strange cards like this. I bumped into this guy like 5 minutes ago. I think he's really cool, and I want to play this guy as my commander. You're stuck in red-green, so you're not like cheating out Agents of Treacheries, though. And I don't know if you can cast the spell on your opponent's end step. It starts to get a little bit similar to Keenan in that regard, where he creates mana for you, and he cheats out spells from the top of your deck. Keenan does both of those things more than twice as fast. So, and you can play blue instead of red, which in the context of like a one-on-one game, blue-green is a little bit stronger, and typically at least. Yeah, like and subscribe, and let's play Magic the Gathering. Whoops, that is the wrong format. Dommy Boy. Which could mean different things, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I actually don't like the new loading screens. The last set were cool. These ones I'm not big on. I don't think they look bad, they're just it's not doing it for me. I don't think I've ever played against Kogla. Oh, that's kind of cool. It doesn't just smash into Domri, because he's not a creature. Dire Fleet's alright. Klothys is hard for our opponents to deal with, if not entirely impossible, because they are mono green. Put this name green. I don't have a second green source. Really need to draw one. We did, so now we can get some lands out of our deck. I really like Nissa's Triumph. It just gives you land drops for the next 2 turns. I think that's huge. It doesn't put one into play, but it just gives you land drops. And we're running Faithless Looting. I think it's very strong. I might lead with a Rhythm. Oh yeah, there was another card I want to run. The can't be countered card or whatever. Your creature spells can't be countered. I think that should be in here. Probably lead with Klothys. I just want this to start happening. I could lead with Grimgully, but I don't have anything behind it that I like, so we're just gonna do this. Might even just minus Domri when I play him. Path to the Festival. Okay. Opponent untaps a land instead of swinging for 2. I suppose I'll eat that. Let's see, if I play it and minus it, it just dies to getting hit with a 2/2. So I think I'm going to play it in plus. Opponent has a 1-mana spell up. What is it, a Veil of Summer? Oh, just cycle. Okay. It'd be funny if they giant growth me. Actually, that wouldn't be enough. Alright, Kogla still has no serious targets. Gets +2/+0 and indestructible. Tap it. Okay, so you pay 2 snow and it's basically indestructible. So, let's see, what do we got here? Add green? Yes. They don't have any spells, so Dire Fleet has no targets. I kind of want a minus to get better things in play. But maybe that's fine. I can do Rhythm. Kogla comes in play next turn and kills whatever I play as a creature. So I guess I'm just going to minus to find more cards. Our own Kogla. Now that kills their Kogla. We have a human. Our opponent does... Oh, shoot. I could have picked up both. Oh, I'm dumb. I could have picked up both of those cards. We have a human, though. We can pick up... And it's actually a pretty solid human, too. We can pick it up here. Llanowar Elves. A little late for that. So we pass. Domri's gonna die. This is an elf, right? Yeah, it's not a human. They actually don't have to play Kogla, but I think they're going to. I don't see why you wouldn't. We gave them an enchantment to blow up, too. They'd have to do it, though. No, they have a 7-mana card instead. I think guaranteeing you hit a giant creature is better than rolling to try to hit one. That seems strange to me. I can steal this with Dire Fleet, but we're kind of far away from doing that, so I'm just going to get rid of it. How much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can play Lair of the Hydra, and then it's difficult for them to swing into it. I could just bait out the Kogla. Let them just kill this Grimgully that's not really doing anything. Could recast Domri, but then again it just dies. But I feel like that's fine. If I just amass card advantage, we can maybe come back. I'm drawing a lot of lands here. I forgot you could pick 2, though. So we're going to do it right this time. Ox is good. I kind of want to discard Ox, because that's kind of the whole point of it. So that worked out. They didn't play a land before they did this, so it's just going to be a 1/1. Opponent's just not interested in casting Kogla. We can't put enough permanents in play to make Klothys, like, lingeringly indestructible. But our opponent's playing this probably correctly by not just casting Kogla and then having it, like, die, just ignoring it. Which is kind of annoying. We have no way to give our stuff indestructible. Alright, so we're going to play Grimgully. No, we're going to play Goldspan Dragon, and it's going to be a 5/5, so it still dies to Kogla, but I want the mana. Now, I'm going to run out Dire Fleet, because the turn I play Kogla, it would be nice to have... Should I give it haste? I think I'm going to give it haste, because I'm going to wind up picking it up, so I might as well just give it haste to swing. And we can just sauce them. So next turn we can play Kogla and pick this up, and then it's indestructible when it fights something. Or I just don't have to do that, and then when they go to fight, no, opponent, this is first strike. Oh. Alright, well, they killed my Dire Fleet. That is extremely unfortunate. Whatever. Alright, so now I have to just trade Koglas. Heroic Intervention. I should probably be running that. Well, I can't steal spells from them anymore, so I might as well just take that. They're going to kill an enchantment if I don't kill Kogla, and I can't make this big enough to survive. Yep. Right? I can't, I could put a counter on it, but then it doesn't die. Like, if I put a counter, maybe I played this? No, there's no way that would have worked. I'll just put a counter on it. I can kill not Kogla? Right? I can just not kill Kogla so they don't keep doing it? I can play a second enchantment. It's not enough to keep Klothys around forever, but maybe eventually. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, come on, dude. Alright, well, that's that. I don't know what we can do now. Is it indestructible to the... Yep. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not dead. But we lose stuff because Kogla's still here. Wow. I'm actually surprised how bad that turned out for us. I guess I just shouldn't have kept in my hand. Alright, I can't imagine this is difficult. There you go. Cool. They had double fight cards, which is funny because if they were against like a Teferi deck, their hand was actually... Like if I just cast a sweeper and they have 2 dead removal spells in hand, we just kind of win rather easily. But I assume my opponent would just scoop against Teferi. Almost had something there. We couldn't put 2 counters on Kogla because when they swing with it, we lose one of the enchantments, probably the rhythm, so we can't like play the 3/3 first, wait a turn. Valky? Okay, a lot of removal, so tokens are nice. So I lead with Castle Embreth. Actually, Valky takes creature cards out of my hand. It's not just a 7-mana Planeswalker. And they're on the play, so they get to do it before I get to play a 3-drop, which is extremely annoying. And then they can actually turn it into a war boss. But they might just take Bone Crusher Giant. That also makes sense. Otherwise, I just kill Valky. And they can't, like, stomp me when it's under Valky. I get confused when the queue time is instant. It's strange when people don't like mulligan, right? You clicked queue and then you found a game within 3 seconds, and then you're AFK. Like you weren't AFK 3 seconds ago when you clicked queue. You know, find a game. Well, hopefully they come back. I'd like to play against this. Such a weird card. It doesn't look like they're here, though. Maybe they clicked Q and then walked away. But you would have assumed, you know, on average, it's a very, very quick queue time. So it's strange to see that. I don't think you just lose either. I think you have to rope out one more time. Could be wrong. Okay. Alright, that wasn't a win. It would be a win if our opponent scooped instantly, because they just didn't want to play the matchup, but if they're just not there, I'm not going to consider that a win. I mean, the game will, but I'm not. Yeah, another thing about... This is what... So they have Ravnica, return to Ravnica, and then return to Ravnica. And now we have Innistrad, return to Innistrad, and return to Innistrad. I like Innistrad, but I only really like the first set and a couple cards from the second one. I mean, so far, don't like a lot of the new ones. Alright, well, we can't really outpace the life gain. At least I feel like I can't. Kogla would be good if I had the mana. This hand is very expensive, though. This hand is not super expensive. I like this one. I guess a turn 1 Goose is fine. I'm not going to turn 2 Rhythm with nothing to do with it, though, so... Search your life for Forest or Plains. Alright, so... We play that, we pass... We can't kill their commander. Maybe we want more fight effects in our own deck. That's certainly a possibility. Carnage Tyrant's alright. It's hard for them to, like, really deal with it. I guess I will just put this in play now. I'll replace my Mana Dork with a, well, kind of a better one. I'm going to plus... because they could, like, give this +1/+1, and I feel bad. And I don't really need... I'm not looking for anything, because I can't immediately cast it anyways. They actually did it. They actually put power on it, so it would have died. Oh, it's still going to die? Or does that just go to 5? Okay, it still goes to 5. So this is the go tall version of this. I think we're a little bit... We have a better position against that one specifically. So we're going to add green, and we're going to cast Gargagoo and make him a 7/7. I could give it haste, actually, because this is a 5/6, and that just lets me swing, and I can make a token. That way we have another blocker. Daxos, okay. Alright, I wasn't going to counter your stuff anyways. I'm going to block with the Goose, because I'm never going to have mana to make a food. I could use it later to defend... See, the problem, it has Vigilance, though. Do we just trade off? Wait a minute, we can just trade off. Yeah, opponent made a little bit of a whoopsie here. I feel like this is a mistake. Make another beast? Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Because now they don't even have their commander in play. Gonna add red. I can play Rhythm, and then I can play red, green, green. Oh my god, can you manually tap, please? Wait, no. Why does it want to tap the way... I literally... It's forcing me to use this mana. So how do I double Riot? Are you serious? I can't use the snow lands to cast this and then give this double Riot now? That is so stupid. Alright, well, I mean, I guess I messed up. Silly me. Literally lost my second riot. Is there a reason to give this haste? Not really. Just make it a thick boy. And we'll swing like this. Our opponent's still at 25. Yeah, it just didn't give me double riot. It forced me to use the Domri Rad floating mana. Their whole next turn is kind of just recasting their commander, I think. Nope, okay. Alright, none of that gains life. Yeah, see? We could have blocked this now. Now we lose the goose. That was just so... That's just stupid. I don't know. I guess I just did it wrong. That is very frustrating. And I don't have mana for that. So I guess I have to just cast this Escape the Wilds. Because I need to do things. Okay, 2 lands is fine. I like my hand, kind of. So I don't want to get rid of it. And we can't really attack anymore. So Ravager Worm can come into play as a... as triple riot, sort of. Man, they really want to kill that card. It's kind of funny. So we block and we block, I think. Oh, wait a minute. They did it again. They gave us a trade that I think is very good for us. They did it again. Yeah, that was... Opponent's doing some weird stuff over there. Alright, so red... Now that that died in combat, I don't really have to... Counter... Haste... Haste... Swing, swing, swing... 3 damage... I lose the goblin token, but that's fine. Alright. That wasn't terrible. Domri might finally die, though. But, we still have more stuff. Yeah, we're running the demands you have Domri card in my hand, but, I mean, if we have Domri all the time, it's fine, right? Oh, no attack this time. How close are we to the ultimate? Okay, we're not close, but maybe eventually. Alright, so we're going to plus and probably kill their commander again. Counter, counter, haste, fight, commander. They did not draw land either, so... And then we can Faithless Looting, because there's some cards in my hand I now do not like. That's a land. You're a little slow. I don't see Ooze being great, but I think it's better than this Boar. So we can swing with... I can't swing with the War Boss because it'll just die. And I'll deal 3 to you. Okay. I'll kill the 1/1. Yeah. I can't kill the 3/4. So I give him a pretty favorable trade there. Put him pretty low, though. And they're kind of... They can't cast their commander anymore. Because they'd have to take a turn off to do it. And they can't really afford to do that. So they have to do other things. Oh, that's not true. They have a mana dork that would tap for 60 quadrillion. Yep, now they can do anything they want. They're not giving cards lifelink and swinging with them. I can't kill that Nyx Bloom Ancient though. We don't have a fight Domri. We have the other one. They put a counter on the Ancient, huh? Okay. No Devotion. Heliod can't swing. But, I mean, I can find a dragon off the top and kill them. That's probably better than trying to get the ultimate at this point, right? I feel like I should try to do that. Nope. Okay, well. Can make this big. It only has one riot, so I have to give it haste. Putting a counter on it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything at all. If I swing all out, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 blockers, and we only have one thing with a lot of trample, but that's easy for them to deal with. We're not dead on the backswing, and Domri's served his cause, so I'm going to see if I can just kill them. I don't think this kills them, though. It does force them to kill their own commander, I think. Oh, maybe not. Okay. This, you're dead if you stick like this. That still kills you, right? No, it doesn't. It puts them to 3. Alright. So we lose our commander now. They found another mana doubler. Funny enough, we can still try to kill them with a flying threat. They did not kill my commander. I guess they are low. It's hard for them to swing. I can use this to... No. Double Riot doesn't feel like it's doing much. They have 2 blockers. What does this do? This can't make me lose haste. So I have 1 getting through. How much mana do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 2? I can look for more things. I already have haste with this riot. Giving them more counters doesn't seem... No, we're gonna... Got it. So we give this haste. This a counter. Yes. Awesome. Sweet. That was an absolutely insane game. We saw almost the same amount of cards as them too when they were drawing a boatload off of this. This game would have been astronomically easier if they didn't have Heliod giving counters. But we still beat that. We also beat a Nyxbloom Ancient, forcing them to block. I think it was pretty crucial that I decided to swing all out that one turn. Primal Bounty's kind of cool. I think I own this on paper. It's pretty cool. But yeah, nice. That didn't feel like that felt like it was going to get really difficult. Wow. Okay. Beat one of the strongest commanders. They were playing the core Spirit Dancer version. It wasn't like the normal one. This hand is weird. I like it. I like weird hands. Alright, so we have a companion here. That's kind of neat. Which one is this? The activated abilities cost 2 less. That means every card in their deck has an activated ability, including their lands. So they have all the cycle lands and stuff. Yeah. Very strange commander. We're gonna just play this because we're not really gonna activate this for a while. So I'm just gonna play this instead. Oh wait, what? Oh right, all lands have activated abilities. It's not just the cycle ones, so you can still play basics. All right, I'm gonna swing first. But all their permanents have to have abilities. They can't have like Smothering Tithe or O-Rings. Maybe it's just Jeskai Super Friends. Though this, I don't know the payoff. I don't know what kind of card you're looking for to make it cost 2 less. That's worth just putting this weird 3/3 there. Well, you have a spell here. It could be a counter spell, but there's also something else going on. I'm going to lead with Cultivate. Get a green and red or double green? I think we're done with red. We should probably just get double green. Triple red seems fine. Word it so easy. Tome of the Infinite. Oh god. Opponent played my one weakness. Okay, we're gonna give Channeler a counter so it doesn't die to 3 damage effects, which I imagine there's quite a few. Play the land they know about. Yeah, we'll just make this a... I don't see you... Swinging for 1 doesn't seem very good. Alright, so play your commander. Please. The discard's pretty good, actually. But it does die if they do it, so it's up to them. Or they could just activate Tome and do the 1 in 10 and they get Swords of Plowshares instantly. If we can prevent them from ever spending mana on this, I can't get upset that way either. So there's that. Instead of trying to blow it up. Okay, never mind. I believe you can counter what I riot, so I'm going to lead with something that's kind of threatening as is. Let's see, red. Land. I could play this first, but this will get countered. I mean, what else am I doing, though? Yeah, alright, we'll lead with this. That's fine. Make it a 3/4. Because they have to counter it. Okay. They didn't counter it. Do I give it haste? No, we want to avoid Lightning Bolt. And it makes it harder for their Narset Minus to actually kill things. And then we can give this a counter as well. No, we'll give this haste, actually. Because now they're in sweeper range. No, they can't run sweepers because their cards have to have activated abilities. So I think I'm fine just making my stuff dummy thick. Kick his butt? Yeah, well, I'm trying. King TZ. There we go. Saucing him with the damage. Alright, they activated it so we can potentially get frustrated. Swords of Posture is actually really good in this spot too. Alright, no swords, that's good. Dark Ritual, fine. Okay, it's not a Swords of Posture. Sure, I don't care. Don't target my Domri, what are you doing? Okay, game is over. Interesting. So, I kind of wish I saw more of their deck. I guess you kind of have to play this because you don't have a lot of options. Wait a minute, you can't even run counter spells, right? No, they can't even run counter spells, so that was a mistake even trying to respect them because they have to have activated abilities. There's like one, the counterspell that cycles itself from Ikoria. You can run that one, but there's only one in the entire deck, unless I'm not thinking of another one. There might be one that's attached to an adventure, or the Disturb card is an activated ability, but it has to be in play so I know about it beforehand. Unless they flashed it in, but they can't do that. Yeah, I don't know what that list is about. I want to see Zirda. I'll see some Zirda lists on the interwebs. But we won. Yeah, no board wipes, no spot removal spells, and no counter spells. Because none of those have activated abilities. Except one sweeper. That is a foretell card, right? Oops. I think that's an activated ability. I think. So you can run Doomscar and no other sweeper. Seems very suspect. Definitely a Super Friends deck then. But I don't know how you catch back up, and I don't know when you get a state of the game in which you can safely play your commanders. Or your planeswalkers and have them not immediately die. We're gonna play this just in Triumph. Triumph is also a 2-minute draw too. It's not a bad card. 2-minute draw 2 specific cards too, actually. Alright, so we're gonna play Cultivate. Try to out-ramp this mono-green deck, or at least keep up with the mono-green deck. That is Azusa. But fortunately, Azusa no longer does things after you have played lands out of your hand in any capacity. So, we're glad to see that. Only play against new people? Well, I don't know how to force the game into making it do that. Oh, our opponent played one too. Okay, so this feels really safe right now, and I feel like that's the best time to go for it. We can also Zhur-Taa Goblin. I don't really think I'm going to kill them quickly. So red. So I think making big creatures is better. Because again, I don't feel like we're gonna... They're already at a point where they can cast large things. And if I deal 10 damage and then it can no longer attack, I'm not in a good spot. How do they know about the... Oh, Cultivate. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can cast this next turn and actually have a shot at finding a creature on the top, which I typically never have a chance of that, but we have 45 creatures for once. Opponent is playing the... That's not what I thought it was. If they have... Oh no, we have an answer to it. Oracle of Moldiah would make Azusa, like, insane. Okay, well they're here, so they're thinking about something. I don't know what they're thinking about that doesn't start with just playing 3 lands. We're not stone cold dead to Kogla, and Kogla I think is the strongest play right now. Well, I saw a mouse over their hand, so they're here. Okay. Sure. What? Okay, well, I mean, in that case, I'll just kill your commander. Because now you can't... You have to, like, recast it next turn. I guess if they're not actually here, they'll never redirect their commander. So... We're getting a lot of AFK people here. Oh, no, they're back. Okay. So, now that we don't have this mana, we will... Okay, sure. It was looking pretty rough for them there. I don't know. I mean, they were there. You know, they were there. Maybe they were on mobile and, like, at work, sneaking in plays, and they're like, shoot, I gotta go. But they deliberately scooped, so that actually isn't advantageous. If you get a turn advantage like that, it's a massive snowball. It makes the game kind of like, oh, I got a free Time Walk. Oh, I got a free Nexus of Fate. Like, that's not very interesting, and I don't like doing that. Like, if they came back, they not only completely missed their Azusa land drops, they'd have to recommit Azusa, and they're behind basically 2 turns, and from there, it's just gonna get harder and harder, and they've just kind of ruined the integrity of what the game could have been. I don't. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Actually, we can drop a land. Yeah. We can drop a land. We're against a mono white deck, so if my philosophies can... Actually, this beat me once. That one card beat me. They like made 6 tokens, and then I died. Alright, so you... I don't think it's going to happen this time. They might not even spend mana on the boast. Yeah. Fortunately, mono white runs out of cards and then doesn't do anything, so all you have to do is get to that point, which we feel like we're going to. This doesn't die immediately. Wait, tap and attacking? No. So this doesn't die immediately, but we are not guaranteed the 6th mana source, so we're not going to do that. Now we have Carnage Tyrant in play, and it's very, very difficult for them to swing past Carnage Tyrant or kill it. They don't really run board wipes. We can just kind of not worry about it. I guess this could trade with Carnage Tyrant. Definitely going to put this in play, though. Because as it stands, they have to swing all out to make this big enough to actually trade. And then from there we can take some damage and ignore their commander and kill other things. Okay. They found a way to do it. I don't know if I'm going to trade, though. Could just do this. Seems fine. And then continue to put thick boys in play. Brawler will just be a 3-2. I'm not going to swing. They have 3 in first strike, and if this never dies, the game gets a lot harder for them, because every time they swing, they just lose stuff. Funny, we actually ran out of cards before our opponent. What on earth is this? Greater than your opponent's... Okay. That's kind of cool. Willing to trade at this point. I think that's fair. This has Vigilance, so Gargaroth doesn't get better than simply just doing this, and then you can block there. So we'll make a 3-3, I think. We're not really in a position to need more... Like, we don't need more cards. We have the best 2 creatures in our deck right now. In our hands, sort of. Toski's actually pretty good. It means swinging with this is decent. When No, it actually just trades with these two. They don't really make much headway. Could play this first and then Toski. Give Toski haste. That seems really weird. I'll probably just give it a counter. Because it's not actually going to successfully do anything. So I'll put a counter on it. And then I can swing with the Tyrant. They trade off both creatures. And I feel like that's very good for us. Okay, just 2 creatures. And we still get a card because they didn't trade with the Knight of Grace, which I thought they were going to. So now we draw a card. This does have first strike, so that does make sense. Wow, they didn't take Domri Rod. Weird. Weird. Okay, sure. They have a flyer now, though. Oh, it has first strike. Oh, God, I'm dumb. Oh, man. All right, so we can get Kogla? No, we can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can get a 6-drop. We can get Kogla. Is that the best thing? Glorybringer kills... No, it doesn't. Vorniclix? Nope. Oh my god, I just targeted the wrong card. Oh. Oh. Okay, fine. I'm gonna kill probably this. They're both kind of the same. This one can start being a problem later. Okay, alright. That was just so bad. Alright, I'm going to lead with an attack here, killing the Paladin class. See our opponent blocks. I'm going to kill their commander. Not this 3/3 first strike. They should not have Skyclave in play. Or Knight of Grace. Probably kill the Skyclave so I can get a token. Let's see here. I'm going to plus. Probably put Radha in play. With a counter, obviously. No land. And then I can shared summons at my opponent's end step. Which is the best time to do it. I could have done it now. Roll a land on top. Okay. What are this? Okay, so it's basically an anthem. The beast token can probably die now. Let's just see what we're doing next turn before we think about that. Vorniclix doesn't seem great. Direfleet Daredevil has no target. Rekindling Phoenix is a flying blocker. I can just get 2 big dragons. Ravager Worm is a fight, so we want that. Craterhoof Behemoth doesn't immediately kill them, so I don't really want that. This is another removal spell as well. Yeah, we'll just take double creature removal cards. And then we'll block to keep Domri around. The beast isn't doing much. Alright, so we plus, add red. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna fight this stupid thing in the air. Counter. Am I swinging with it? No. I'm not gonna swing with it, so counter, counter. Fight. the flyer finally and actually pay 2 this time. And we cannot really swing. Okay, so they recast their commander. That's fine. I feel like they have to... No, they don't attack. Wow. Okay, so... We plus... Their commander does not die to Glorybringer. That is fine. We're going to give Glorybringer a counter because it already has haste. And I'm going to swing with it. Yeah. No land on top again for Radha. Very annoying. Radha has first strike when you swing, but I can't swing with it because they have this in play now. I could put damage on it with Glorybringer, but that doesn't make sense. So fortunately, stifling our own Kogla trigger didn't end up costing us the game. Shaper's Sanctuary feels like it would be good against them, but if they're playing removal spells, they're not playing threats. And as I said, they're actually not drawing additional cards a turn. We drew a couple additional cards. We had Shared Summons, a commander that can minus into creatures. We have ramp spells, which, I mean, those aren't terrible. We have Finale, Tutors, and stuff. Mono White does not, so they just have to play with what they were given. A pretty solid set of cards, right? The top 17 wasn't terrible. This is certainly like the best card in their deck, or one of the best. Paladin class was good too, but one of these should have been dead instead because of the Kogla thing. But yeah, they just run out. You run out of resources as mono white. It's kind of unfortunate, but it was a pretty good game though. That was a good game. When our creatures 2 for 1 and theirs don't, they're at a disadvantage. Oh, we got a mastery. I think I've been randomly clicking them because you usually get them all when the thing is done. So I don't particularly care for any of these cards either, like at all, in the mastery. And we got a pack. I have a draft token. No, I have 2 draft tokens now. One from the last set and this one, I think, from the mastery tree. Why is it saying oh, I got another orb. Did I get the draft token from this set? I did. Okay. So I got the one from this one and the last one, which I haven't used. It's weird you get a draft token, but it's not restricted to like that set. So you can use it whenever you want, right? I can pile them up, and then some set I really like to play, I can just be like, I could draft like 80 times for free. Or probably like 4. You get like 4 tokens. Oh, wait. How many sets a year? However many sets there were in that year is how many tokens you're going to get. And I've used all of them except the last 2. And I lose quite substantially because I don't enjoy draft and I don't know how to do it. We have a Minidork, but it's a one and done. We're against Vadrik. I would like a... this is a very difficult matchup, I feel. Okay, whatever. I mean, Klothys deals damage to them. They can kind of beat that, though, by killing me very quickly, and I have no answer at all in my deck to Vadrik. Except Lightning Bolt, which has to happen immediately, and I don't think it's going to. Hand looks funny. Okay, I'm going to assume our opponent just missed a land drop, and that's the reason we won. Or they came to the conclusion that things are going to start getting hard. Like maybe I left up Stomp, maybe I left up Shock, Lightning Strike, Lightning Bolt, and so they go cast Vadrik and it dies. But usually you would just kind of force me to show you that before you scoop, so I assume they just missed a land drop and scooped. Okay, we'll take it. So we beat Vadric and Scythus, or Scythar, whatever, Scyther. The green-white enchantment. Oh, it's the 3-mana Domri. Look at that. Alright, your stuff is uncounterable. Congratulations. I don't care. More often than not, this is going to be a land. It is a red-green matchup, so we don't really want this to die. And then miss out on the land entirely. I also feel like I want to make things bigger than our opponents, so our riots will be making our stuff larger. Don't play a mana dork. Ugh. That's devastating. Okay, so red. What are we doing next turn? I don't know. I'm going to just put this in play as a 3/3. So now if they go for their commander, we can give it the old cheek slap here. It doesn't die though, but... Oh, okay, I'm not doing it. So Shaper's Sanctuary seems pretty important to have in play. Oh, Bread Riot with the resub. 5 months. Thank you, thank you. We can start looking for lands on the top. I would like to have this in play though. I think their Prey Upon abilities are good, because it makes me draw a card every time, and this isn't doing anything right now. We also do need to hit a land. Hi, YouTube. So that's kind of important. Otherwise, everything I'm talking about doesn't matter anyways. We sort of hit a land. Alright, now it's even more difficult to go for your commander. Oh no, what's this? Looks like some sort of Prey Upon counters thing. Nope. Alright, so they have 2 mana to work with. They can prey upon... It looks like they are trying to prey upon... No, they're not. What does that do? That has first strike. So that means I can't just kill it. No, this has first strike. As long as your turn is first strike. Okay, our opponent found a way to get this in play. Well, this is bad. We're going to look for a land on top. Please, once. Can we get a land on top? Thank God. And then we can play this. What else does this do? We take 2 damage. What do they exile? Did they not exile anything? Oh, there was no card in either graveyard, so this didn't have anything on it. It's just a 3/1 first strike. That's annoying. I can't kill it, and I guess we don't swing. Trading Radha seems weird when I have card advantage with it right now to just remove counters. It does mean they cannot fight, but I'm going to force them to do it. And we draw cards off the Shaper's Sanctuary when that happens. They did not have a land last turn? No, they actually did. They did. Alright, so they have a 5-drop. No bueno. Or a 6-drop, actually, if they use Domri. But I guess that means they're not fighting. Unless it's Kogla, then it doesn't matter. If it's Kogla, we just lose. Nope. Thragtusk. Cool. So there is a fight in our future. Oh, or not. No, I can't block that. Wait, this kills your... This is a fight. This is not a one-way damage. This will kill your Thragtusk. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, they just add mana. That's way more sensible. I did put them in a position where they have to block with Thragtusk to like defend their commander, and that's always a good thing. So play this. We swing and yeah, we're gonna exert, attack here, attack here. We have to triple attack to kill it, which is fine, and then we can kill their mana dork. Can kill Thragtusk, actually, so it just... Yeah, that's fine. They get a 3-3, but now it's out of the way. They can trade with the Goblin. Doesn't really do much. In fact, they might not even want to. Oh, no, they do. That's fair. Alright, so they can recast their Domri. It's not like it's gone forever, but it's their whole turn, kind of, next turn, and they don't have anything in play that is good on a fight. Anax. Okay. Brawler. Okay. 2. Sure. Alright, Oracle's good. Found a land on top again. Good. With this in play, I don't want to play Oracle, because then our opponent actually starts knowing what's on top. We can play Domri Rad and Incubation Druid with a Riot counter, and it actually starts tapping for 3, which is kind of nice. We can play Rhythm of the Wild. We can minus... No, we're going to plus... Add green. Play Druid. Put a counter on it so it taps for 3. Giving it haste also just doesn't do anything anyways. Can swing for 3, but again, I don't see that being relevant. We kind of get to a spot where someone just wins with resources, and then you just die because you can't deal with what's in play, over just pecking someone to death. And we have Crater Hoof, so it doesn't matter anyways. Probably just kill him in one hit when we get to that point. They have different cards than us, which is kind of cool. They're not just playing the same. We're probably a little bit bigger than they are, like creature size-wise and stuff. Alright, they found an answer. Yep, we will draw. They did realize that we could, in fact, tap this for 3 mana, so that does make sense. Oh, they want to trade off the Annex. So whenever this dies, you can you get 2 Satyr tokens. I could block to keep Domri around, but I don't feel like I have to. Could just kill Annex. I think that's fine, right? We just remove stuff. It's Glorybringer is going to kill another thing of theirs. I don't really need Domri Rad. And you having 1/1s, I don't really care. Can play these 2. I do want Klothys in play. I think we're going to lead with an attack. Kill the Brawler this time? What does this do, actually? I should kill that, actually, so they can't draw cards. Yeah. Resources over damage. And I can play out these 2. It's not really the strongest thing to do, but it's 2 cards, so... It's better than the Rhythm, in my opinion. They do have Den of the Bugbear. I gotta keep track of those manlands. Oh, that is a very good card, and we should be running it. But like I said, here we go with resources. Being more important than damage. Also, they can't swing anyways. Yeah, they probably have absolutely no answer in their deck to Klothys. They can't really swing past me. We start getting randomly free cards off this, sort of. We draw a card every time they prey upon, or target anything we do. So like I said, this is a very good example of it. Resources. If you have more resources than them, it doesn't matter if I deal 24 damage, and then the board state is gummed up on both sides and no one can swing anymore. You might irk out the damage somewhere. But more often than not, you just need to kill your opponent through attrition. And our decks are similar, but different enough that I'd say they're more aggressive than we are. We can prevent them from attacking, and then from that point onward, it's just hard for them to close the game out, really. I mean, look at the life totals. Look at the life totals when they scooped in a red-green mirror that is creature-based of beating each other to death. We barely dealt damage to each other. But we now have like an indestructible 4/5 that they can't really ever swing past. We're killing one creature every other turn with Glorybringer. I guess we're also dealing damage slowly between these 2 cards. We have a Domri coming in play again next turn, maybe? And then at any point, we could just Crater Hoof and surprise kill them, although that could be a bit difficult. But this was a very good top deck. Or just the last card to have, obviously. Just 3-mana 2/2, draw 2. I don't own this, and I didn't realize it was actually in Historic. I don't think I have a Seasoned Pyromancer. But if I did, I think I'd put it in this deck. I think. If I'm running Faithless Looting, I suppose it would make sense to also run that. Alright, we're doing pretty well. Against a pretty wide range of stuff as well. It's not like it's all the same deck type. We've actually beaten a lot of things with this. This is pretty good so far. I like this. And Domri hasn't felt extremely important. But I like the idea of him slowly threatening like this weird ultimate where you just make a bunch of 4/4s that may or may not do anything. And he draws cards. Klothys playing Freylis, the elves. Okay, elves feels tough. They go wide. We don't. Ooh, no. Okay. We have a lightning bolt in our hand. That's kind of cool. What are we doing next turn? Looks like we're taking a turn off if we turn one Gilded Goose. Yeah, because I'm not going to We're going to lead with this, because there's a chance I end up lightning bolting next turn, and I can actually cast 2 spells, right? We're going to lightning bolt pretty much anything they do, because that's what... No, actually, we can ignore the mana dork ones, and just kill the not mana dork ones. Next turn, we can now posture our commander. But I think Elf Lords are better, even Beast Whisperer or whatever. I don't really care about their commander. It just draws elves, but their whole deck is elves, so that's fine. Oh, they don't have a land. Okay, well then we're gonna lightning bolt there. Yeah. You don't have a land, then yeah. This gets hard for you. Okay, we're gonna play this. No answer to it right now. And then if we do ultimate, we win the game because we have so many 4/4s. I mean, we have to get there, but... Alright, they top deck the land. Extremely unfortunate. What? Oh, dude, that's literally the... This happened to me last time. They're playing... Wait a minute, is it perpetually? Yeah. They have the best thing possible for something that grows your stuff. And this is astronomical. Like, it's undescribably insane that they can do this right now. I have no way to kill their commander. Destroy target artifact. Enchantment on land doesn't do anything. Alright, well, we're kind of in desperation mode. Red. I'm going to give this haste. Okay. Get rid of a land. Can't cast that. This is sort of free, I guess. I can blow up my own land to ramp myself. That seems fine. Okay. But this was the best card in their deck, and they had it, so we probably just lose. Not only is it the best, I mean, it literally quadruples their mana. They just played a Nyx Bloom Ancient on turn 3 or 4. That's just so incredibly annoying. We just lost to 1 card. Any other elf would be fine. I mean, even this would be fine. But they have this, so they get to do stupid stuff now. The only way we can win is giving Domri his ultimate. That is the only way we can win. So we're just going to try to do that now, because we have nothing else we can do. Yep. Can I play this? No. I can shock myself to make a food token. Doesn't feel like it's doing much, but whatever. I mean, this is it. Make the ultimate or lose. Our opponent has omniscience. Doesn't have haste. Don't care. I think we're also dead to Craterhoof now. It was a good sign they cast that, I suppose. It means they don't have anything else going on. Okay. Looks like doing this didn't just make me lose. Okay. They chose to do this instead of look at the top cards of their library. So I guess that's a good sign. Whatever. Yep, stupid. We just lost to this stupid card. That's it. Like, all they did was play this and then kill us. So, whatever. Are we dead? I don't know if we're dead, but we might as well be dead. I suppose we're not... Wait, yes we are. Okay. Wow, you literally had like the perfect hand, huh? Face. It's 30, 26 plus 30. Yep, we're dead. Cool. Whatever. Like I said, they also top decked the land to play that 3-mana insane elf and just whatever. There's no contest. And they had Craterhoof Behemoth too. They literally drew the perfect singleton hand possible. There's no beating that. Tatyova. If we had a removal spell, we could, but we didn't beat it because we don't have a removal spell. And that's why I wanted to hold on to the Lightning Bolt. So I actually, you could say I kind of got punished for getting rid of the Lightning Bolt, because the only reason I Lightning Bolted a Mana Dork is because they didn't play a land, and then they top decked the land and played that. So, okay. We have plenty of mana, but nothing to do with it, but that's fine. We can Dire Fleet some of their spells. They certainly have a lot of ramp spells. I don't know what else it would do, so probably going to do that. It doesn't have flash. I can't like cheese out a counter spell. We drew Lightning Bolt. That's kind of funny. This just puts lands into play. This is just worse than Azusa, sort of. What are we doing right now? Land Nissa's Triumph? Discard a forest? I really don't want to discard anything. But we're going to just do it. Because I don't want to not do it. It sucks to discard after, like, you have Faithless Looting in play and you're discarding. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, probably should have just played the tap land. Oh, look, Field of the Dead. We actually haven't bumped into Field of the Dead yet. It's kind of funny. They did not get the dual-colored snow land, so Field of Dead is farther away than it kind of should be right now. Alright, we're going to go to turn 4 with a tap land. I don't like doing that. Well, we could just run this out as a 3-3. Start cheating some mana, maybe? Because their next turn is just their commander, which we're going to Lightning Bolt. Okay. Sure. Okay. Did not expect that, not gonna lie. Let's see, do we Faithless Looting first? There's some stuff in my hand I'm not big on, so I guess so. Gemrazor doesn't feel great right now. And neither does Direfleet Daredevil. So I'll get rid of those. I can plus add green, Incubation Druid, give it haste? No, that doesn't. Well, if I do give it haste, it loses its... Yeah, that's not great. But I'm not stopping our opponent from just getting a trigger off of Tatyova anyways, no matter what I do, because they didn't play it on turn 5. So I don't see a reason to just immediately try to kill it. Oh, we already played a land, excuse me. Okay, that's fine. We can force them to block and then kill it with a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, but kind of want to kill our opponent's commander. Do we lose the mana on our opponent's turn? Yeah, okay, we do. So it didn't matter anyways. It gets exiled, does its weird thing. I've never fully read this card. It's a lot of text, and I'm lazy. It just draws cards slowly. That's pretty much all it does. I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so we can play this and then plus our Domri, which puts it immediately to 8, and that feels pretty strong. We also develop a 6/6 Trampler. Add green? Make sure I don't mess this up. We get a red when we cast this. And we give it haste. It has double riot, so 4/4 haste. Honestly, I think a 5/5 is just better. I, again, don't feel obligated to close the game out quickly. Kill this. Swing for 9. We're also swinging for a lot anyways, with or without the Spellbreaker. So that's fine. Just make it a 6/6. It means Kogla can't kill it. It just trades. They only have 1 green mana in play, which is kind of insane. 2 colorless, 3 blue. No counter spells yet. Another blue. It says 2 counters on it. Okay, so we get our ultimate. We finally ultimated Domri. Nice. Alright, so we can recast it, or we can just start doing other things? I don't like our other things. Oh, maybe I kind of do. No, we're just going to do this. We're going to minus to just find cards. We can ultimate again because of Forniclix. That's funny, but no, we want cards now. We don't need more 2/2s. It's not doing anything. Let's swing. See how our opponent deals with this. They take not enough for Bone Crusher to kill them. They just take it? Really? Wow. Oh, it is. Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. Should I kill them? Ah, dude, no. I want to see a beast. There we go. I'm seeing beasts. But we can kill them whenever we want now. They're at 2. They're going to go to 3 when they play a land, maybe 4 from another land. Could have killed them right then and there, but ooh. I'm just going to threaten lethal. Screw it. They can activate this to gain a life. But I want to see them beat this. I want to see them beat this. We can actually outsize the zombies too. Don't you like have to do this now? They what? Maybe I just don't know how it works. There you go. Alright, this is a good start. It still isn't enough. Another 2 more 2/2s. Is that enough? Maybe? Look for a dragon or something? Alright. Let's see here. This gives us a 3/3 haste. This doesn't have haste. Yep. Let's see him beat it. No, I can't kill him anytime because of the activation, which we see. But I think this is enough anyways. I just wanted to see these Domri tokens. Yep, GG. They didn't even try to block Vorniclix. Yeah, the ultimate's just insane. I could have done a second one because it comes in with 10 counters from the Vorniclix, which is funny. But yeah, I played it a little reckless there, keeping our opponent alive. But I wanted to see those 4/4s. We got them. All right, I ultimated Domri. Nice, and it sort of mattered, not really. I just had them dead with Stomp. Cool. Wait, when did I get another pack and not open it? I don't know. All right, that was cool. This deck is great. I think I'm going to end on that note because I did everything, right? I did everything Domri does, including kill our opponent with the ultimate. Now, I kept our opponent alive to do that, but we did it. And the 4/4s were, I think the 2 4/4s in the turn cycle were what would have pushed it over the edge, even if they blocked like super effectively on the other 2 giant creatures. Crater Hoof Behemoth might be overkill. It never felt like we were in a spot. Why am I? Yeah, there we go. It never felt like we were in a spot to have enough creatures for this to actually surprise kill our opponent. But you don't need a lot of creatures to do that. Like 3 creatures, giving all your creatures +3/+3 and trample is just an overrun. And this also has haste, so it's like another 5, 8, or whatever damage from there as well. I kind of want to play an elf deck now, because if we do what our opponent did to us every game, we cannot possibly lose, which is pretty cool. And I haven't played elves before, but no, I'm not going to talk about other decks. I always do that. I get to the end and I start talking about what's next instead of what just happened. Veil of Summer was completely useless, which is why I'm still iffy about this card. It is really good when it's good, but otherwise it's just not good at all. In fact, it's so bad it's worse than the land because you can't do anything with it. And if your opponent isn't those 2 colors, it doesn't even cycle. I don't know. I don't like that kind of card anyways, where you have a card that's like color hate cards are kind of iffy for me. I don't know. What else? Grim Gully is like half of a riot, right? Except you can't choose haste. So I don't know what this is about. This could probably be something else. I just tossed it in here because it's a 3-mana 3/3 that makes preceding things larger. But it itself isn't particularly strong, so I think I'm going to shave that. We can always like tutor for this with shared summons. We have Primal Command. Um, yeah, these two shared summons, Primal Command. We're not playing. What's the card? We probably should. Fierce Empath. It's 6 or greater, right? So we can tutor for Kogla, Carnage Tyrant, Vorniclix, Ravager Worm, and Craterhoof. So actually, this is probably just better than the weird goblin thing we just took out. Grimgully. I like Rhythm. I like Radha. I would like to see this dude do something. We just didn't get there. His Lotus Petals are mana rocks, right? They don't go away, so they stay around forever. And his 8 mana ability is pretty strong. There's a lot of good hits, and if you can do this at instant speed and actually still cast it, it doesn't have to be like within the time frame of whatever. I should look that up, actually. Where's my internet? What's the name? Svella Ice Shaper? How do you work? I feel like I should know how this works, but I don't, and it's bothering me. Okay, the Oracle text doesn't specify, so with that, I'm pretty sure you can just cast it at any time. So that's cool. Just a slightly clunkier Keenan, but it's red and green if that's your thing, right? I would like to try this as a commander at some point, though. I'm glad I bumped into it. Grimgully is powerful if you have Rhythm out. Oh, sure, yeah. You just have a second Riot, right? You can give it a counter and that. But that's kind of the same as just a second copy of Riot. If you're playing Standard, you can run 4 of these. So I would sooner run 4 Rhythms and then start adding Grimgullies as like your Rhythms of 5 through 8 or whatever. It is a legendary as well, so you can't like double up on it. Rhythm is just certainly... It's also harder to actually deal with Rhythm. But it's not a 3-3. You know, the 3-3 can help you kill your opponent if that's what you're into. We never saw Rekindling Phoenix either. But I like it enough to keep it. It's hard for people to like double spot removal spell the same card. And when they do that, they just killed Rekindling Phoenix. They didn't kill anything else. Which is a good spot to be in. And in sweepers, like opponent casts a board wipe, you just get this back. And gains haste too. With Grimgully, I think this actually does get a counter. Because it doesn't have to be cast, like with Riot. No, Riot is not like that. No, yeah, Riot actually still enters. It's not cast. The only cast Riot is this thing. Because of the mana spent. The mana gives you the Riot. Yeah, you could run Grimgully as your commander. That would be funny. And some like +1/+1 counter deck. Maybe some fungus deck would do that, right? Some mono green fungus deck could run Grimgully, ignore the red. Could play Burn at the Stake too. We never saw Chandra, but we never really played against things that were gaining advantage with a bunch of counter spells, so the uncounterable clause didn't matter. Gem Razor is nice. I still like this. It sort of has haste. It's kind of grows one of your creatures at the same time naturalizing. And it's a creature in itself. There's also the naturalize 3/4 dinosaur that I'm missing the name. Nullhide Ferox, never saw that one. Probably one of the weaker cards. It does have hexproof. Your opponent has to pay mana to remove the hexproof. It makes your non-creatures more expensive, but we're not super in on the non-creature stuff. Not really. And when we are, it's usually just one non-creature spell in a turn. And making it cost 2 more isn't a big deal. Fires of Invention? Oh yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's good. I like that. Fire's Invention probably belongs in here somewhere. Certainly. Why does it... Stop putting it up there. Just put it in the deck. Please. Whatever. Alright, Fires is in here. Can take out... I might take out Nullhide. Actually, this isn't great. It's other dinosaurs. So the 3/3 has haste. It is a 5-mana 7/7. You get 2 creatures out of it. If you do riot this into play, then yes, this also has haste. But we don't really have any other dinosaurs. Like, Regisaur Alpha into hasting Carnage Tyrant is kind of cool. But again, Riot just does that anyways. Yeah, I think we can shave that. I'm not even big on it, really. Cards with just raw stats and no other abilities, I'm not super into. Oh yeah, I think I want to drop Veil of Summer. There's only one as well. We can probably just literally run a Veil of Summer that is always good in online like this. It does not draw a card, but it has the added benefit of avoiding board wipes. Yeah, that should probably be in here, especially the amount of creatures we have. Yeah, that's just a better swap. I liked it a lot. We never saw Augur, but we had Radha, which playing lands off the top is just card advantage. I don't think I ever played Ranger class either. I know I played it once and we lost that game because they had Kogla, the mono green Kogla deck. Certainly a good card though. There's a lot of rares in here, certainly. Certainly not the cheapest deck to like craft, but I like this deck. But all right, I'm gonna stop there because I'll get stuck here for like 25 minutes, and I'm sure someone wants to see that, but I don't. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the deck. This deck was fun to play. If you do like my lists, I would say this is one of them that is certainly worthwhile to craft. I like it way more than the 3-mana Domri. 3-mana Domri does come in earlier. It does play to the board a little bit stronger because you have the infinite like prey upons, which is nice. But the uncounterable thing is nice as well. But it doesn't incur value like this one. And as we saw in those creature-based matchups, if you incur value... In fact, we were against the 3-mana Domri. We gain more value than they do over time. Our creatures were bigger. Our deck was slightly slower. And if you're not all in on aggression, it is difficult to really close the game out. So, you know, if you just have a mana curve that is 1 mana higher, you'll beat all like the things that are trying to be fast, but are not like the fastest thing, like that dwarf or Magda or whatever. And you just stonewall your opponent. But yeah, alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.